pretty
All right.
short.
See if we have connection.
It is. Hey, welcome to the Federation X podcast, where we are having all kinds of technical difficulties as Facebook changes the way Zoom can connect to it. But we have sorted the problem out, and we are here tonight to do the Sponsor Wars draft. Tomorrow is the start of Sponsor Wars, 61 days, 4 teams, and a competition to see which team can earn the most points. And on the last dirt sheet, we had captains choose co-captains, specifically in case anything should happen. The captain shouldn't be able to be present for the draft, or during this course of Sponsor Wars, not be able to make decisions for the team. The co-cap can fill in for them. And so today we have 3 captains: Storm, Terrific Tony Robes, and the Kellogg's Kid, and 1 co-captain, Maverick Dawson. And so we're not going to lose any time to preamble here. I think we're just going to dive right in and make sure that we're good to go. We have a draft board, which I will share, and we will update on an ongoing basis throughout the evening. Here's a copy of the current draft status. We see the first 4 picks in sequence: Maverick Dawson, Naked Man, Acid Ed, and Kieran Crow. And now that the co-captains have been chosen and we're here and ready to go, we have the Kellogg's Kid with the first pick. And so over to you, Kid. Who would you like to take next in Sponsor Wars?
For the 5th pick, which is the new first pick,
Right.
I would like to pick Man of War.
Man of War. Wow. All right. We'll find him somewhere on this list. There he is. And
He's gonna have to carry this team, and he's used to carrying teams. So
it's a pretty outstanding pick. I don't know that I forecast that Man of War would go at 5. What an interesting choice to pick up at 5. It's excellent. You're counting on that skill to do something, and certainly no arguments from me. So I think that's
Kid's looking for piggyback rides already.
well, he's the right size for it. Let's first of all, I didn't hear a whole bunch of people like groaning, which means I don't know that you stole anybody's pick for this round.
yeah, that's a little disappointing.
That's interesting.
Born a draft.
Let's let me just share as well. It was our friend of Hugger who built our draft board so that we could manage this, because he wasn't able to be here and run us through it. And so it's kind of nice to be able to see it as it lays out and we move along. Let us turn this over now then to Team Haterade and Terrific Tony Robes.
Hold on. Isn't this loser before me?
Oh, yeah.
I beat this loser.
I think you put it in the wrong order. You're right.
I beat
Storm is before you.
this loser before me.
Man, we're going to have a word with Hugger. I think he's just playing games with us now. All right,
Pick
Storm.
loser.
Well, I have to consult. With Naked Man. Naked Man, who should we pick next? You think? Are you sure? Yeah, because we wanted Man of War, but they took Man of War. Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Throw me some chips real quick from 7-Eleven. That's our sponsor. Right. Thank you, Naked Man. You can go now. Anyway, as I said, from our sponsor, I think the next pick in the draft is really wanted Man of War. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to make a gamble because I think I know who he is, but we're taking nobody.
Bach.
Mm.
And
That's the first time we've heard somebody curse out loud.
All I can say is stay thirsty, friends.
Oh, fuck you.
That's fantastic. Look at the size of that.
Here, take another look. You like that? Hey, Guess what? If we win Sponsor Wars, you can get your own just like this for $5.99.
Well, no one's getting that then because you're a loser.
Yeah, but I took your pick.
Fuck you, old man.
Yeah.
How does
He
your
clearly
partner
did
feel?
take your pick.
How does your partner feel? Your supposed family that you snubbed him twice now. You're full of shit, old man. You're full of shit.
Or I understand the concept of Sponsor Wars better than you since I've been in them before.
No, you still should have taken your brother.
Rookie.
You're a bitch. I'll take him then. I'll take Techno. I'll have him.
Is that who you're taking right now?
Yeah, I'll have Techno right now.
I only got a couple spite picks.
So I got to ask, and I want an honest answer, Mr. Robes. Is this a spite pick?
Techno will do good. Techno will be an excellent team member. But yeah, it's a spite pick. And I'm going to turn him against this stupid prick. I'm going to absolutely turn him and make him realize what a full of shit old man you are.
Yeah. Now, just out of curiosity,
Bullshit.
since tomorrow Techno reports to you, is this the last we see of Blitzkrieg until
Hopefully.
July?
Hopefully.
Um,
Hopefully.
let me just interject. You know, again, since we have experience in Sponsor Wars and you don't, rookie. We weren't on the same team the last time we did Sponsor Wars, and guess what? Blitzkrieg was just fine.
I don't know if it can survive you reuniting Blitzkrieg 1.0 as your first pick instead of the current Blitzkrieg, though.
We'll be fine.
That's a tough move. All right, let's turn it over to Maverick Dawson, the co-captain of Team Trojan.
All right, so opportunity is upon us, and I'm going to go with the guy that's already got an X Factor Championship match already in the slot, Cole Styles.
I wondered if that would happen. There you go.
And then, I guess to start off the third round, we'll go ahead and pick Carnage.
So Carnage didn't even get picked in the second round by his partner. I mean, he got passed over twice there. It could be an uncomfortable month for Carnage. Could be real uncomfortable. All right. That brings us back to Tony Robes.
Okay, well, with this next pick, you may as well just give me the Sponsor Wars title because I've won. So I'll take Genocide.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Genocide and Tony Robes on the same team. You're
Wait, are you taking Genocide or are you taking not Gino? Because
Oh, quit your yabbering, old man. Gino is the GOAT. Half of Gino is worth fucking one of you. No, hold on, did I do that right? Yeah, half of Gino is worth one of you.
I think I made somebody angry. Let me have a drink here.
Hey, guys, did anybody else notice that our pal Chip Martin is in the live stream?
Nice.
Well, yeah, he is.
In a while. I'm happy to see him out there.
What's up, Chip?
All right. Man, Jay-Z is throwing some shade your way there, Tony Robes. He's wondering if you might be on drugs right now.
What does
I bet
Jay-Z know? What does Jay-Z know?
Stone.
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to
100 problems. He's got 100 problems. Doesn't need to be worrying about Tony Robes.
All right, Storm. We're
Well,
back to you.
With my, I'm sorry, I was enjoying this free swag pizza I got from 7-Eleven here. Hold on, let me put this down. With my next pick, I'm going to pick somebody who's been doing a pretty damn good job with that Bloodsport title and will hopefully get that Bloodsport title and turn it back that pure wrestling title, turn it back into the blood sport, I'm taking Angelique.
All right. Any comments for Storm on that pick?
And a Twitter lesbian pick.
Uh,
Fits with the
Hold
family,
on,
doesn't it?
wait. Angelique
Yeah,
doesn't
family,
qualify as a Twitter lesbian.
Angelique's a Twitter lesbian. They're all Twitter lesbians.
Huge activity pick. That's going to get the activity up for sure.
A strong activity pick. It's a strong contender for the 24/7 title pick. I think it's a good choice, and it's definitely not early.
No,
If you look at Storm's team right now, that is currently a very active team.
no doubt.
What,
Yeah, that
what?
wasn't a bad pick.
Thank you, guys. I love you all.
You fucking suck, Storm. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now I'm
I
just
love
getting
you,
nervous.
Tony. Shut up.
All right. We're over to the kid to find out.
Well, my next pick, I'm going to keep it in the Serious Family and draft Jay-Z.
Good
Good
that.
pick.
Jay-Z, Jonas Zims coming in the 4th round. Keeps it a little serious. Actually, 3 members of the stable right there already. There, kid. Yourself, you draft Crow as a co-captain. Slip a little Manowar in there and then come right back to the firm
Mm-hmm.
with Jay-Z. Interesting. Who gets the Pop-Tarts?
Oh, yeah, I got the next pick, too. Next, I pick Eliezer the Prophet.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought, for an
Ouch.
X Factor champion, already got the belt on his hands. I was surprised he didn't get picked up before that. So that's a good pick.
Ah, damn it.
It's a good pick.
Nice pick.
All right, that brings us back around to Team 7-Eleven.
Well, I'm kind of compelled to pick a certain somebody simply because of, it doesn't matter. In the spirit of continuing with sponsor wars and trying to keep things interesting, I'm taking Matt McDervish.
Now, how is that going to play out? Smooth Matty McD gets picked up by Team 7-Eleven. Now, he's been working on the CWA roster more than anything. Is that right?
Yes, and he's also been pissing the shit out of my brother off. So that's, kind of a bonus pick for me.
Now, I haven't been looking at activity in CWA. Is he a 1-a-day guy? Is he a 5-a-week guy? What's he look like?
He's been hanging and banging at CWA pretty well and FedEx. He's been on both sides of the fence. So
yeah, but his activity in FedEx is not that high. So that's why I'm asking. Is he maxing out in CWA first? Is that where the decision comes from?
Yeah.
Great commentary, Storm. This is why we have you on. All right.
Got him.
Haterade.
Faith.
Who are you looking to?
Faith.
Faith?
Yeah.
There was is he coughing? What's he saying over there? Faith.
Faith.
Eh.
My language. You're speaking my language, not the other way around. Remember that.
All right. So Faith gets picked up. That's a little more of the divide, a little more shade thrown. Certainly Faith capable of being an activity beast. A little low the last few weeks, but if Faith recharged, more than capable of being an activity monster.
All right.
Brings us back to Team Trojan.
Air in action.
All right, let's find. I just saw him. There he is. Air in action.
And with the what we got? 5th round. 5th round, I will take Johnny Rude.
Johnny Rude, not on the list. Hold on. So going off board, add Johnny Rude to the table. All right. So tell us about it, Maverick, because if you've picked off board, I have to assume you've had some conversation. So when will we expect to see Johnny Rude back?
As soon as the points start counting, he's going to do everything he can to be a 1 to 2 post average a day player
Nice.
for Team Trojan.
Interesting. When did you start the conversation to bring him back in?
Almost immediately once I saw him on the Rudecast.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. He got a lot of heat on the Rudecast. Not as much as I thought he'd get, though.
Right. And I knew he was around on all the casts and all the chats. So, it's just, do you have time anymore? I mean, you still messing around with it. So yeah, I think it'll be good. And nice little jump in point for him to start getting involved in the Fed.
Nice.
Again.
That'd be great. All right. There's our first returning player who was not on the draft list. Let's go over to Team Haterade to see who they would like in the 5th round.
What fucking comedy wrestlers. I'll take Sean Justice.
He was my next pick.
All right. Coming off the board, Sean Justice has been picked up. I just wanted to know in advance, did Ed know that you wanted to just draft bloodlines? Did you talk to him about that?
I'm drafting a lot of people that are just going to fuck a lot of shit up. Team Haterade, when we don't have a brand to promote. Hating Tony Robes is the brand. So we're just going to sabotage everyone else's. And I think I've got a perfect team to do that.
All right. All right. We are back to Team 7-Eleven.
All right. Well, with my next pick, I'm going to take High Five Daniels.
All right. So I'm interested in this choice because High Five has certainly seen a downturn in activity in the last week to 10 days. Have you guys been talking? Do you know that he's going to be able to pick it back up? Or are you just going on the count that we're going to pull him back into activity? What's the plan here, Storm?
I think he's going to get pulled back into the activity with what's going on. And if things work out the way that I want them to, maybe I'll give him some incentive depending upon how things go for the next round.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's go over to Kellogg's Kid. Find out.
With my next pick, I go KSI.
KSI. All right. KSI is off the board. And following him right away, you have another pick.
I am going to go Ove Hugger.
I heard somebody curse under the breath.
Yeah, that was me.
Wait.
That's why I picked High Five, because I was going to try to grab Hugger too. Nice pick, by the way.
Well, yeah, I got a question for you, Storm. Like you kind of alluded, like if things go well, I'd give him some incentive. Like you advertised to your competitor who the next pick was going to be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Well, we're back to you, Storm. So here's that next pick. Who did you have in the tank?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm debating between two people here. I'm gonna take Biz to go with Maddie.
Get that CWA action cornered down.
Yep.
I see you there. All right. That looks back over at Tony Robes, and he looks pretty pleased with himself. He hasn't even picked yet. He already looks pleased with himself.
Yeah,
I'm just
nobody likes it.
laughing because I'm pretty sure Acid Ed is probably going to beat the shit out of me for this. I'm going to take Toaster.
100%, you're getting the shit kicked out of you. There's absolutely no
Figure
question.
that word.
With
I'm
the
taking it though.
toaster. You get beat with the toaster.
I'm taking the Toaster.
There's a good chance that toaster is going to score a knockout pinfall over Tony Ropes.
That's awesome.
Wow. I don't even know how to process this. I know what the
Oh,
post.
boy.
I know what the post is going to look like. Like already in my head, exactly what it's going to look like. Wow.
All right. So I'm going to pick up Chip Martin.
Have we got Chip on the board?
No.
We don't. So let me ask Adam.
Chip says he's coming back. What a great spot for him to come back.
Absolutely.
And then I'm also going to wrap that around to say, give me some Axel Hendricks.
Oh,
He's not on there either.
He's not on there either. But
But school finishes soon, right?
Yep, school finishes soon. I'm crossing my fingers. We're going to get some Axel.
Nice pick. I actually had him on my list.
Great pick.
We have the Belt Buddies back, right?
Love the Belt Buddies. Original version. Neither of the Belt Buddies would have picked a toaster. That's not fair. Cole is pro toast. Cole loves toast. What doesn't Cole love? Cole loves toast. All right, Mr. Robes.
Canadian Championship counts as points, so I'm going to take Magnificent.
Magnificent. I think we've got him on here. We do. There we go. All right. Magnificent. They're counting on you to pick up a title and hold on to a title. Now we're back to Team 7-Eleven.
Matt Law.
All right. So that I heard Criminal Intent got back together. They are now formally split up again.
Yep.
And that brings us back to the Kellogg's Kid.
I am going to go with Zoe Masterson.
Ooh, nice pick.
You've done broke our captain's heart.
Oh, he'll be okay. And then I am going to go. Let's go with Valentine.
Good pick.
Valentine's a great pick. If not for implications to his activity, there's no way he's still available at this point. Right? But
No.
he is planning again, school year ends, right? And then he's got time. I think that could turn out to be a really good steal at this point in the draft. All right. So we are back to Team 7-Eleven.
Well, I'm definitely going to roll the dice on this one, but it gives me a tag team. I'll take Amareza.
There we go. First and only entropy off the boards. There's a lot of celebration of school being out and people being, and of course then it got to Eliezer and it just jumped the shark. But the general sense of like school's going to be out soon and then we can really sit behind keyboards and pretend we're wrestlers. That's awesome. All right. Tony Robes.
I will take Johnny XS.
Oh, off-board pick. And it may buy you some lenient. No, it won't. Ed's still going to punch you in the face with a toaster.
I figured, but yeah, that'll soften it a little bit.
It will. You're not wrong. Wonderful pick.
I tried to talk to him. He says he's not interested.
Strange. It's almost like he knew who he wanted to be teamed up with.
Okay. I'm gonna do we can go as long as we have people on the board, right?
Or yeah, as long as you want to pick again, we go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Angry Al and Cashmere.
Angry Al and Michael Cashmere, the mass consumer. Man, that's one of my favorite gimmicks ever. All right. That brings us back around to Tony Robes.
I will take Philly Fats.
You sure will. Big news, everybody. Not only the whole idea of a player coming back, but a player coming in to Federation X for the first time. Philly Fats. Oh, it didn't like that value. I think I just broke it. Let me try again. There we go. Got it. Coming in for the first time and jumping on Team Haterade. That is a great late round slip somebody in. And so good news. And I see there's some people who are like recognizing Techno's excited about this. He just posted, thank God I'm not on Team 7-Eleven. Man, Techno, that's the spirit. We are with you on this one. All right. Okay. And now we are back to Team 7-Eleven. Storm. You done sipping on the Haterade really to tell us who you want next?
Oh, actually, let me get another drink here.
Yeah, fill it up.
New name. Just thought you might want to,
Does that mean, because you're drinking out of it, does that mean you're thirsty for the bad guys then?
No, not at all.
Who isn't?
Who isn't though? Yes, that is a good point. So, well, I saw something in chat that kind of annoyed me, and it makes me want to pick somebody just to spite the other person who said it, but I'm not going to, simply because I have not talked to this individual and know if they're coming back. But if I knew he was going to be active, rude, I would pick Cannibal. Don't be a dick. Yeah, I was going to save this one more round, but fuck it. If everybody else is dropping bombshells, I'll drop mine too, because I'm taking Honest Alan Scott.
The fuck?
Oh, was that some butt hurt that I just heard? Say what? That's right. Was honest. See, Tony, unlike you, all I have to do is pick up a phone and go, Alan, you got me? And he said, yes.
He's going to regret being drafted to your team.
Oh, no, you're never going to get near him. Trust me. You're never getting near him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have paid a ton of attention to what work has done to my activity life, but that's 3 of my guys on the board. Now something's not going to happen here.
Oh, fuck off, Alan.
Someone's getting bonered.
Off. I already see it. I already see it. Fuck off, Alan. Oh, you bastard. You bastard.
Tony, how much does it hurt right now?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Paul.
How much does it hurt, Tony? How much? And what's the best part is you're never going to touch him. You're never going to touch him.
All right. The Kellogg's kid is on the clock.
Give me Votenmai.
Yes, sir.
Doubling down. I'll take Damite.
All right. Hey, I meant to ask about that. So somebody told me he was now posting in CWA. Is that a thing? Like, I wondered what happened to him.
Yeah, he's over there now.
I don't see the boards, so that makes sense. All right. And that takes us back to Storm. Storm, do you have another pick you would like to make?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take back what I said. Maybe I can talk him to coming back in. I'll take Cannibal.
All right. Man, if you can talk him into coming back in, that is going to be a late pick steal.
I'll see what I can do.
Tony Robes, do you
Kid.
have any more picks to make?
Kid, prod that burner on the bed next to you.
Huh? Yeah.
Prod him.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
What's he saying? Nothing right now.
Fuck off. He's the only name on that board that I'm taking. Is it worth taking him?
What?
You do remember he's got a broken leg, right?
Why is he even on the fucking board?
Why is he on the list then?
That's just a block pick, if anything. I'm telling you right now. I'm sorry, man.
Right, okay. Nah, I don't have another pick then.
You're done then?
Yeah.
All right.
Done.
So we have the first pass. Team Hitweight is not picking. That puts it back over to Team Omega.
I'm going to pick somebody that's going to strictly be in CWA, new to the reboot, to try to get this guy in amongst our community again, and it's Brute Bernard.
Interesting choice.
Let's try to get him acclimated to the CWA. That'd be great.
Would be great. All right. Well, it's still you if there's anyone else you want to pick up.
I got another gentleman from the Great White North who is in quarantine and has all this time right now. And if that time goes away, then he goes away. So I'm gambling here, but I'm going to take Lionel.
Interesting. Is that YONELL?
Yep.
Wow.
And that will be my last pick.
So, Maverick Dawson, do you want to give us a little background context? Did you get a chance to communicate with them? How did it come up? How did you set up these two picks?
So he and I have been in contact since the reboot, and he's just been so tied up with. He's also a school teacher and coaches basketball, much like Axel, I think. And until this kind of quarantine thing happened, up your way. He didn't have any time whatsoever, but I approached him once Sponsor Wars started to be a real thing, and he was like, I might have a little bit of time here, but it might go away really quick. So it's a gamble.
Well,
we'll see.
That's a great gamble.
Bring him into the community. Yeah, hopefully he sticks in some way, and
yeah,
it's good for all of us.
Love it. Great. And Brute, did you get a chance to talk to him?
Yeah, I did. And he's not got a whole lot of time, but one post a day fed is right up his alley.
Fantastic.
So hopefully Mav and Titus are able to get him in there.
Oh, you can bank on that.
Well, I mean, Storm told us he didn't have a whole lot of time, and then 72 Alt showed up and he posted 6 times each of them. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody else have any picks out off the board or?
So this puts us back at Storm if he wants to pick again.
Yeah, I see 2 names on there I'll take the first. And I did not plan on doing this, but I'll kind of go with the whole playing in your own Fed gimmick, and I'll take Carissa Rain.
All right. And that sends us over to the Kellogg's kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Our Father too, because then I got him and Samite.
You get both the posts. I got you.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Jake Price too, and then I think I'm done.
All right. Well, that sends us back to you, Storm. You're the only one still picking if you desire to pick.
Yeah, I'll take one more. I mean, I don't see what happens. I'll take Chance.
So we're gonna ask Wheels to pull triple duty. That's our plan. Great plan.
Well, the thing is that Chance is active in the CWA. Jake is not.
No, I know. I just like Jake Price as a character, though. I'm hoping
But
he can do.
Jake, yeah,
I think everybody does. One day, Wheels is gonna wake up and be like, "Is it possible I've just misplayed this whole Jake Price situation?"
Yeah, I think I'll get a post out of him here and there. It'll be all right.
That's right. That's right. All right. So I think we've got them all, and I don't think we have anybody off board. Now, we did that pretty quickly. We didn't offer a lot of debate or commentary, but you can see the teams, you can see the rounds, you can see the picks. I'm going to ask each of you to not, excluding your team, I don't want to hear you champion your team. Who did the best job?
Not old man.
Okay, we'll
Just
come
on
to you
account of him
last.
being a loser.
We'll come to you last. We'll start with Maverick Dawson. Maverick, aside from your team, who did the best job?
I'm looking at it right now, and Tony Robes has got a really damn good team that I'd be worried about. If all those special surprise guys come into play, and you get in anything out of Gino other than what he's doing, a little bit more, I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
And that goes the same for any of these guys. I mean, heck, High Five Daniels isn't on my board. I mean, just because I know he's out. But if any of these guys that are low activity guys pop up, then that changes the dynamic of things.
That's right. You're not wrong.
My last few picks were just all about trying to coax somebody to join in the community, not knowing what the heck they can bring. We'll see.
Well, and so I'm like Rude. I'm surprised Rude said something to you, because he told me, "Oh yeah, totally. Like, I'll tell everybody else I'm not playing." Which also Excess told me, and I know that you spoke to Fats, and he was like, "You talked to me first, Jeff. So if you guys want me, I'll." And it took a little doing, because he kind of was like, the commitment. I haven't played in a while. What do you think? This is the time to do it.
I didn't get a response from Fats, so he didn't have to lie to me. So
There you go.
that was cool. I understand. I did talk to Johnny, and Johnny said it's a wasted pick. Don't do it.
Right.
And then Rude said it was between me and Robes. He said Robes knew he would be willing to be on a team, and I knew he would be willing to be on a team. It's just who picked him first.
Yeah. Well, see, he didn't tell me you knew, or I would have told Robes, "Hey, we gotta make a move on this one.
Jump it up."
Can I add one?
Now that everybody's done, unless somebody has an objection, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. Good. No one's got an objection.
Anybody have an objection?
No, I'm good. No, I think we're good.
I'm good.
Add homeless J. Object now. Add homeless J, please.
Oh, aggressive.
I will say that I was this close to getting somebody back, and he just fell apart with his time, and he wasn't able to do it. But he was teetering.
So I'm interested in, because I know there's some people who've creeped around that might have happened. Do you want to share who that was?
Battlestone.
Yeah. I know there's been a few people whose names we've kind of looked and gone, hey, I've seen them pop up more than normal. And so interesting, but I wasn't sure how many would really like. So Val immediately was like, is it Osiris? Did you find Osiris? He did not. Nobody can find Osiris. Everybody's been looking.
I reached out also to Grigory Rasputin and he didn't respond. So
no answers there.
Nope.
Well, I will say this, even with the after the draft pick, I mean, Rubs, if you can get Homeless Jay to show up, this
I've got in contact with me. He just hasn't got back to me yet. So I'm taking him just in case, because if he does decide to show up, then he's on my team. And like you said, I'm not going to lose any points. Don't book him on the card unless he shows up.
Right.
I'm not going to lose many points. So
yeah, that's going to be key to all of us to manage our don't book until we say so kind of thing.
So, Storm, I'd like your take on who you think outside of your team did the best job drafting.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to be honest and, not whiny like Tony, I have to give Tony credit. He's got a decent team there. And I think Omega's got a decent team as well. I mean, they're all formidable teams, but I think Tony did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I did. Of course I did.
And I did reach out to somebody. I did try to pull him back in.
Yep.
I got an email back from him. I sent him a link. I sent him another email. I haven't heard from him yet. I was trying to pull back Nate Daniels / Eve Riley.
Which would be great.
I'm considering adding one of their names to the list because I'm not going to give up. But at this point, I don't know, if I'm going to get anywhere with that. I'm also.
I do have a question. If someone shows up that's not on this list and not drafted and just randomly shows up, what happens with them? Can they be drafted into a team?
So they won't be drafted, but we will place them on a team, and most likely we'll place them on the team in last place.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that needs them.
I'm going to go out on a limb then with this, and I'm going to tell you, if nobody has any objections, and I do not expect, I'm going to be straightforward. I do not expect them to come back. I hope they do. Put Eve Riley on my list.
I object.
Overruled. I know you don't object because I know you're not going to fight him for a Twitter lesbian. That's not a thing that's going to happen.
Also, speaking of which, too, and this is if Techno answers me in this thing here, I don't know if Trinity wants to be involved or not. But if nobody wants,
I saw Trinity sitting out there, and I wondered. Not a heavy poster, but is continues a couple of posts a week. So
I don't want to leave anybody out who's even a little bit active at this point. So you can, unless again anybody objects, I'll take Trinity unless Rick tells me Trinity doesn't want to play.
Right.
That's cool. Yeah.
Because like I said, we all know Brody's gone. Max isn't going to play. I just don't want anybody left out there, and I'd be happy to have her on the team.
So go ahead.
I'm just concerned if we stop now, 7-Eleven won't have more women than men. Do you want to just keep going, Storm, or?
Sure, I'll just take all the women. You can give me Ginger and Mortality and Living Dead Girl. Hey, I'm cool with that, man. Hey, me and my Oxygen channel, baby. We got it going on.
We know. I'm just taking a quick look. So Zoe Masterson went to Team Kellogg. I think that's the only one. Faith went to Team Haterade. I think the only team that didn't pick up one of the females was Team Trojan. So, spin that however you will on the boards, guys. All right. So let's check in with the kid here. Whose team other than yours do you really like, kid?
I do like Storm's team, and I do like Omega's teams. Probably Storm's. Storm's top picks are a lot of the ones I was targeting too. So.
Naked Man, Nobody, Angela.
Yep, Angela, Smooth, McD.
Yeah, Maddie McD.
high on my board. So yeah.
Yeah, I think those are all great picks as well.
I love you, kid.
Thanks.
And yeah, Max is totally not playing. He's already said that basically. So
Right. Yeah, he
That's
said
why he's left
don't
over.
draft Maxi. So, and
Deacon
Deacon's
is
being
set
put
this-
down for Aaron. So
right.
they're both non picks. Tony, is there somebody else's team that you would say did a great job?
Well, not Storm's team. I didn't know that there could ever be a worse drafter than Maverick, but apparently it runs in the family. Hate the fact that he drafted nobody there, and I hate the fact that he drafted Alan Scott. But fuck his team. I'll say Maverick Dawson's team, because let's face it, it's his team. I think if everyone gets there active, a lot of new breed there. If that gets active, that's going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Kids' team's full of comedy wrestlers. Fuck them.
I just
Just-
think Tony's upset because he knows that Alan Scott's going to be hanging around the building and he's just not going to ever get his hands on him.
The chips a go. So I know that much. I haven't talked to Axel in a bit, but
I think out of character. I think Axel's coming back soon. When
Yeah,
I think you're probably going to get a good second month out of him.
that's exactly what I would have thought. Yeah,
You got a good value pick there. Yeah.
I agree. I think that's a good one. I think, there are some people who have the ability to kind of ramp activity up. And so if they do, there's some people who got picked later that if the activity ramps up will look like steals. I'm looking at people like Valentine, who once school is out and could do that. I'm looking at people like the Prophet, again, can ramp his activity up, especially if you kind of get him something he can sink his teeth into. And he's walking around with the X Factor title right now, like built-in points. So you can't complain about that. Even Samite, if he gets into a groove on something, you could get some really good activity out of him. Obviously, if Storm can get Cannibal to come back, that's a really good late pick. And I think it'll be really interesting to see how Maverick and Omega make out with some of these. They long range, like they've got Rude coming back off and not playing, and if he gets active, that's much better than a 5th or 6th round pick. But they need to see Chip Martin and Axel Hendricks, and then hope that they can get something out of Brute and Lionel. And if that happens, again, there's some real good value in that. And of course, I can say, having talked to him, that XS went through this period at work where he just got buried. Basically, everybody who worked for him said, "We hate you," and quit. And he had to replace them all and get everybody on the new team up to speed and running. And he reached out and said, like, "Oh, we've done it." I'm like, "You're not allowed to start right now." Like, you got to wait. So he did. And hopefully that means he'll come back in. And so, Robes, I just have a question for you. Tomorrow morning, will you be officially announcing the tag teams for your team? And what should Acidet expect?
Tony Robes and Genocide is going to be an obvious tag team.
Right.
And I think Acid Ed, I think I'll team him with Toaster if he's depends how much he beats me. If he beats me a lot, he's getting teamed with Toaster. If he doesn't, I'll change my mind maybe.
So Toaster it is. I think we all know who Acid Ed is. There's no negotiating.
But yeah, Acid Ed and Toaster will be a great tag team.
Well, they're going to be together a lot. Come to think of it, so are you and Toaster.
Yes, but it's just a Toaster.
I could just see Ed roaming the halls with Toaster.
It's I'm sure to be a good thing. I'm actually really excited. So I think I've mentioned this before. I other than like moments, I haven't played in a Fed with Philly Fats before, and I'm excited about that. And excited to see him kind of dip his toe back in and get started, because I hear really good things from some people who spent a lot of time in Feds with him, and I just didn't get to be one of those people. So it was cool that he said, "Yeah, I'm interested," and that we didn't have to, like, we could slip him in late in the draft and still pick some other top names like Genocide. Also, who's going to ask Genocide how he feels about going after Techno?
I listen. If Gino was at full strength, I'm drafting Gino higher. But I knew my next two picks. I knew there was no way my partner was picking Genocide.
Right.
So I knew I could let him slip and
I
get Techno
would
because I
pick
thought if I
Gino
left
ahead of-
Techno,
Yeah.
if I left Techno, I think you might have picked him up. So
Yeah.
All right, well, Tony, all I can tell you is I hope you got a strong bet to carry around not Gino, because that's definitely not Genocide.
Well, Techno's been carrying you around for long enough, and you're pretty
Well,
shit. So it should-
And
no
Dawson's
problem
been
with Gino.
carrying you around long enough. So what's your point?
I'm the tag team champion. You're not, bitch.
Paper champion.
Paper champion. A paper champion suggests I get a belt and lose it immediately.
I'm
Still
sorry.
got it.
I can't
Still
hear
got it.
Alan Scott's talking
Still got it.
now.
Well,
Wait,
I will
What?
say,
Loser?
to Gino's defense, he's every team he's been on, he's won sponsor wars.
Gino's the fucking
That's
goat.
a fact.
Gino is the goat. It's over. Give me it.
Wait. I
Give
just
me
want
the
to ask
title.
you
Is it a trophy? Is it a belt? Doesn't matter. Give me it. I've won it.
I have a question. If Gino's such a goat, why did you turn on him and beat the shit out of him?
Because of the parrot. Did you not hear this?
You know what?
It was the
You know-
parrot.
You know what?
It was
Only
the
a couple of people know about that, but that swerve proves Gino's the goat, and you have no idea why. Gino is the goat. He's
Yeah.
the best.
Well,
Yeah.
let's
He was the best.
let's
Nah.
not oversell this.
We're not overselling it. You can't oversell Gino. Are you mad?
Oh, you're trying too hard.
Hey, don't
Shout
forget
out
this is
to
going to be available at 7-Eleven for $5.99. Look, and it's even got Tony Rhodes' name on it. See?
Hey, so we don't have like Tony and Grayson on like all the time together. This is pretty unique.
I am such a big fan of Tony's energy. If not his decisions. Nothing but good stuff. The reaction, I'm going to replay the reaction to Alan Scott being drafted for ages.
Did
Oh
not
yeah, that
expect
was gold. That
You
was
never
gold.
told me that was a fucking option.
You didn't ask.
You didn't do your homework,
Oh,
Tony. You didn't do your
I've
homework.
been asking you for 5 months.
Yeah. Hey, and think about that for a minute, Tony. 5 months. It took one phone call, baby, because I'm better than you in every single way.
Shut up, loser.
I'm the one with Alan Scott. You're the one with Fat Gino. I'm happy.
Gino's
Also,
gonna
can I just
smoke
ask,
you.
how did we get to this meme point where it's Fat Gino?
Because he said,
Yeah,
because he kind of said it.
he kind of did.
It kind of did.
Oh, Gino. So is there anybody that we heard a couple of them? Did anybody else reach out or try and get somebody to play that we didn't hear of that didn't work out? We weren't able to get them back, and tell us who it was. I want to know.
I tried the Great Lotus, got no response.
You tried
I
who?
really wish I tried AMP now. I didn't think about it.
Oh,
I should
AMP would have
tried
been a
AMP.
great choice.
Yeah, I should have tried AMP.
I tried to message Chevy.
That's the one I was waiting for you to share. Because I knew that. Oh.
Talk about the jaw dropper. That would have been right.
I didn't ask around because I didn't want to give it away, but I tried to find Vigilante's old email address and I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't remember what it was because I was going to try to reach out.
I did try to reach out to Vigi. No response. Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, because the email that I had, it was old. I sent something to it and it came back to me and said there was no recipient. So
Yeah. I mean, did it not come up during the hike today, kid?
What's up?
I said, did it not come up as a topic during the hike today?
I'm not gonna lie to you, it honestly didn't.
I love it. Hey, what do you guys got going on? Nothing. Let's just hike.
Nothing. Yeah. Let's look at these mountains.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's freaking hilarious. All right.
Yeah.
So a couple of things as we head into, so it's the first week, I think we should talk about the events. So we're going to alternate, right? There'll be a card in CWA. There's a card in CWA next week. Yes.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because and if Tony can harness his inner Titus real quick, we wanted to let you guys know, all the captains, make sure you please, if you can, by tomorrow, submit one name from your team. We're going to have a captain's choice fatal 4-way on the CWA card, and we're going to be formatting and getting that card booked and over to Hugger tomorrow afternoon. And we want to have it ready for the debut of the CWA Poppin' the Boys podcast.
Nice. The debut of that podcast, and I've had a chance to hear from Smooth Matty McD about what you guys are going to do on that podcast, and I think it should be fun.
Well, we hope it'll be fun. We did kind of a little bit of a dry run this evening before the draft. We're going to get together about a half an hour. We're going to be on at 8 o'clock, same time as a dirt sheet, assuming I don't have all the technical difficulties we had tonight.
Tim will probably have to run the podcast. That's okay.
He might.
You're just a podcast guy now, Tim. You're just
but
your
it's
duty.
Sorry, Tony. Yeah, we're gonna try to make it as good as we can. It'll be the first show, and hopefully we'll just get better from there.
Right.
Does everybody have a CWA presence? It looks like we might.
So I think one of the things that we're clear about, though, is the cards for the CWA are open. Like, you can say, I want to be on it, but that doesn't change the rules, right?
Yeah,
They're going to say, hey, if you're in a match with a CWA wrestler, the CWA rules are in charge. If you're in a match and it's 2 FedEx wrestlers on the CWA card, then you'll wrestle under the FedEx rules. Is that a fair explanation of what we're going to do?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Yeah, Tony and I Titus and I talked about that earlier. Yeah, so if it's and even not during sponsor wars, we absolutely encourage anybody from FedEx to come over and be on a CWA card, because the more people we get, the more titles we add, and you don't have to be a CWA to get a belt, So, but yes, if 2 FedEx people want to have a match on a CWA card, they can wrestle that match under FedEx rules. If they come in and they want to wrestle somebody who's in CWA, then they're going to have to follow the CWA guidelines, because no matter what, we don't want to overrun the new people with too much activity.
I agree. And I think that's the right way to do it. So you're going to see that we're giving out 2,500 Sponsor Wars points on the first card. And I'm not mistaken, right? We're going to see the Max Entropy Invitational. Is that coming right away, or is that a couple weeks out?
It's the next FedEx card.
So 2 weeks from now, we're going to see the Max Entropy Invitational. There's some significant points involved in winning the Max Entropy Invitational during Sponsor Wars. And the amount may actually grow. Hey, guys, I see the question. I swear to you, I'm going to answer it when we're done actually talking about Sponsor Wars. I'll come back around to the 5th time that you've posted. Who do I think picked the best team and why? All right. And now Chip Martin's chimed in on it to make sure I really saw it. You guys are wonderful. If the whole screen is just that question, I'll answer it immediately. All right. So the Max Entropy Invitational will be a significant one. It will be, I think, captains need to speak to their team and figure out who's going to be involved in that. That is good time to look at. Like, if you really want to double down on one heck of a match, that's definitely the one to look at.
Well, doesn't Max still get to pick invite?
Yeah, I think Max gets to pick the invite, but I do think the captain should be able to negotiate with Max about,
No. Captain's pick for this one. If it's big points, have them wager and pick who goes.
Right. I totally agree. And I it's played a significant role in the past. Max has made some moves to maybe get somebody who wins it a significant uptick on the sim for the rest of Sponsor Wars.
Nice.
So that's no small thing, especially when you consider how much some of the titles are. Also, breaking news, big announcement. I won't tell you when. I won't tell you how it's going to look, but I will tell you this. At some point during Sponsor Wars, you will officially see the return of the Superstar Championship.
Nice.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Real quick, Grayson, one quick other note too. Titus, did we leave the sign up for Bombshell up on the OSC board? Did you leave that up there?
It should still be on there, yeah.
Anybody who wants to sign up for this card, we've got most of the card made, but if you want to get in and you want to try to get some points for your team from FedEx, go in there and put your name down and we will make sure you get booked, and make sure you do it by noon tomorrow, please.
I know somebody who might want to be on that card.
Ooh, is he an honest man?
I'm just saying, I know somebody who might want to be on that card.
Tony's already signed up for that card, just saying. Tony doesn't have a match yet. He's already signed up. I'll take on Alan Scott quite happily. Let's go.
Never going to happen, Tony.
But
you're never getting near him.
Everybody knows, right? I just want you to all see how quickly I can make my puppet dance. I have practiced and practiced. It is the easiest thing in the world for me to do. All right. Jay-Z would like a shot at Alan Scott. I mean, I'm not against that. He seems like a guy who's deserving of a shot.
Tell him to sign up. We'll put him on there.
So one of the questions that went through a couple times is who did I think picked? And it's a tough one. I like a lot of these teams. I think if you looked only at the first 2 or 3, maybe even 4 rounds, you'd be hard pressed to beat Team 7-Eleven. I just think there's a lot of strength in there. I mean, I assume by now everybody knows who nobody is. And if you don't, it's a phenomenal pick.
Hey, can I say one thing on that since you brought that up?
Yeah. If
you paid attention to podcasts, you know who nobody was, and that's why I picked him.
Right. And I think it's fairly clear because we all heard the F-bomb that was Robe's pick for that round if you hadn't scooped it up.
Yep.
Right. And I supported it in both cases. But I'll say this, like, Man of War's activity has stepped up. And if that activity continues at that level or steps up even a little bit more, I mean, it's hard to look past Kellogg's as well. And the reason it's hard to look past Kellogg's, they went 4 rounds in and then picked the reigning X Factor champion. And that's ridiculous. 500 points. If he defends in his next match, and remember, champions have like an advantage in their title defenses. How do you look past the reigning X Factor champion? 500 points every time he defends. Like, I think picking up a Leeser in that round is super strong. And so it's hard to look past it. In the end, though, it will come down to who can get their late round picks to bring the most value. So I think that's where Robes is in a really strong position. I think if you look late round, Robes talked to, he took Magnificent late round, who is a sim player in CWA and is more than capable of doing some strong stuff there. Johnny Excess we knew was coming back. Philly Fats we knew was going to come back. And if Homeless Jay shows up, Tony's going to win it on the back end. But if they don't deliver, it's going to be one on the front end. It's really funny. Like, to me, Kellogg's and 7-Eleven won the front end. Omega won like the mid rounds. Like, the mid rounds belong to Omega as far as I can see this. But the late rounds, if everybody got active, I would give the late rounds to Haterade. So, man, if I had to pick, I think the late rounds aren't great for Kellogg's. If I had to pick, I think 7-Eleven probably wins. That's only because I understand where the points are going to come from more than most of you have figured out. And there's a couple people on here that are going to steal by themselves a couple thousand points. But I've been wrong before. Genocide's not lost to sponsor wars yet. So, and by the way, if that becomes prime genocide, I change my entire position. Genocide, when he won sponsor wars last time, when Team Good Guys just ran roughshod, if that's who shows up, it might be a slam dunk. So there you go. How'd you like my non-answer where I gave everybody credit for what part they did well? I don't think anybody's got a bad team. And here's what I really think. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking at some of the teams now and starting to think about, like, what are the tag teams you'll put together? What's the new working dynamic, right? Like, I had zero interest in going to CWA to play with Toaster, but Ed walking around angry that a Toaster got drafted when we could have taken an actual wrestler and just beating people to death with Toaster and then leaving the Toaster laying on top of them and Toaster getting pinfalls will be all kinds of fun to do. Like, just ridiculous amounts of fun. You look at this and you think, hey, you're going to get, like, you know, like Kieran Crow and Uphager. Like, I was just in a match with both of them and they're both like damaged personality issues. Like, they could do crazy cool things with that. Valentine gets active and you decide to make Valentine team with Manowar. Like, I can't even imagine how much fun that team would be to read. Like, there's so much creative opportunity. One of the things that great captains should do is figure out how to make teams that wouldn't otherwise come together, but will be really great. Because what you get afterwards then is these angles that come out of it that last long past sponsor wars. And you guys have picked teams that, like, who's Techno going to team with? And how do we make that look? Like, the easy, oh, well, let's put him with Faith. No, let's put him with Sean and see if Sean can get him to understand why he hates his father. Right? And then it's up to Techno to go, like, I might actually have to sell this more. Like, I might have, like, there's so many interesting things we could do. Homeless Jay comes back. We could have a whole tag team where he takes Ed's face again and gives Ed his face, and they're just a tag team being each other, just like we did in the King of Wrestling that year. And I could sell that for an entire month. It was so much fun. There's some really cool stuff that we're going to get to do. Axel's going to show up, and Axel and I could never figure out an excuse to, like, have a New Breed member and Cole be a tag team. Now it might not be our choice. We might get put together, and he'll hate having to be with Cole, but he sells so well, like, that internally he really likes it. Like, it's just such a great dynamic. I think all of you have an opportunity to do something super fun and creative. And so before we get through this and wrap up, let me just ask, does anybody have, like, a really unique or cool tag team that they want to announce? Did anybody already plan this? Has anybody already thought about that?
Well, I mean, I've already thought of one tag team, because it's for 7-Eleven. They've been a tag team before and it was very short lived, but Storm and Alan Scott are going to be tag team.
I've got belts. You want the belt?
Yeah, ours will be gold though. I don't do paper. It's not a good look on me. It's not slimming. What about you, Tony? You got a great team full of it. What about you, kid? There's so much you can do with that team. Do you have any ideas?
You know, I'm looking at it. I don't have any ideas offhand right now, but there's a lot of possibilities there.
Yeah, you got a long drive home to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
How long was that drive?
How long was it? 16 hours? 14 hours?
It's a bit of a haul.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And how long, Bill, how long was it for you to get to Matt's place?
That was 16? That was 16. So he was really putting on the mileage.
So I got to ask while we got you, was it one day, sleep, get up, day two, you guys were out?
Yep, that's pretty much what it was, yeah.
Those are long days, guys. Long days. All right. So what about you, Dawson? As you look at that, is there like an unusual pairing or an interesting team that you see coming out of this?
No,
Like, who will
think
Maverick
that-
Dawson's tag team partner be when you inevitably lose the tag team titles?
well, we're not.
I mean, when you are actually forced to wrestle clean, we all know you can't do that. So what happens
We're-
then?
No, we're not. We're not going to lose.
I mean, you haven't won a match
Period.
yet, so I don't know how you could say that.
I mean, you just keep on interfering in the matches and just giving them the wins. What are we going to do? Not take it?
I mean,
We're not going to lose.
Important thing
We
is,
haven't
important
lost.
thing is we've got the belts. Yeah, we haven't lost.
haven't won.
Just keep on quitting on us, and we'll just keep on.
Well, I don't think we
Keeping
quit,
the
right? You
belts.
guys got disqualified, so that's
Rolled
not the
over.
same as us quitting.
Well,
rolled over.
you asked
Rolled
for the
over.
disqualification.
Well, it's strange that you guys don't think the rules matter.
Oh my God, you guys knock it off.
Who's the baddest of the bad? No, I think the belt buddies is a thing. I think the interesting dynamic is if Carnage is ever going to want to tag team with Omega ever again. We'll see.
I mean,
If
if not,
not-
skip him and push him down to the 4th pick.
If not, then I think Carnage and Rude will be a heck of a dynamic for a
Ooh.
tag team.
Yeah.
I think in the CWA, Kashmir and Angry Al could be a good tag team. And then we're going to have to see about Lionel. See where he comes. He's active on the chat, man. He's mixing up, getting to know everybody. So hopefully he's as active on the board as he is on the chat right now.
That'd be awesome. That'd be really good.
I mean, we got a couple teams here with 7-Eleven too. I mean, we got Angelique and Reza, so we got the Daughters of Chaos already. Maybe stick Naked Man and Nobody together. Scott, Maddie and Biz for CWA. So when it comes to the tag, I think we got we got some solid teams sitting on 7-Eleven.
Biz is a really good pick. I keep forgetting as I look over there that you guys got Biz. That's such a good pick.
Yeah. And then even for kids team, looking at kids team, I see if I was on kids team, I see some interesting matchups already. I would like to see maybe put Man of War with Crow or Jay-Z maybe, or
Yeah.
that
they
might
know
not
each other
be
really
that'd be
well.
good. Plus you've got Valentine and you got Vought, so you've got a built-in team there.
Well,
At
you've
the
got
boot.
all the boot.
He's got
Yeah,
all
you've
the
got
boot.
entire boot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yep, you're completely correct.
Yeah, it's an excellent opportunity. I think the other thing is, as we go card to card, we're going to get champions defending. What we'll do is we'll make sure every team gets a title shot. So we won't go strict to the rankings, although, if you're the highest ranked for your team, you should be making the case with your captain that title shot should come to me. We'll balance it out over the course of the entirety of all the cards there. We'll do our best to balance it. Obviously not everybody can get the first shot and not everybody can get the last shot. And you could argue which one you think's a bigger advantage, but we'll balance it out across that. There'll be tag team title shots for every team. And we'll work our way through it that way. And at the end, we'll have big things that are great point balancers overall, like the Rumble that will happen. We'll have some role play events, and there will be points flowing from the role play side of things. It should be really interesting, and there's enough points saved for the last card, the pay-per-view for Sponsor Wars. There's enough points saved that really nobody should be out of it unless a whole team goes inactive. And I should cautiously say, every year one of the teams just absolutely gets wrecked. So we have a provision where if one team is so far behind that their players basically give up, we'll dissolve the team and disperse it onto the other three teams so the players can continue to play through the end of the event. Okay.
You know, when you're talking about the tag team thing, depending upon how many tag teams that we wind up with in total from all four of these teams, bringing the CWA tag team belts back into action might be a thing.
Could be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't planning. Titus and I weren't planning on doing a lot because we didn't know how many people we would have. But I mean, just based on what I'm hearing from teams already.
Yeah, you got 4 teams right here.
Yeah,
at least, and maybe even 6.
So, you know, maybe not this bombshell, but maybe the next bombshell, once we have every team, you know, we see what teams we have, maybe that next one, we might wind up having maybe some type of a fatal 4-way or something, tag team 4-way, and get some more belts out there.
So Jay-Z is asking, hey, can you not tag with someone on another team? So the answer, Jay-Z, is you can, right up until your captain decides to make you team with somebody on his team, because it's in his best interest to have both members of the team so that when you take the belts, all 300 points come to your team.
Yep.
Right. During the period in Sponsor Wars, I see Brendan's jumping in with the same answer for him, right? It's against the leader's interest to book a split team if they can avoid it. And we really do give your captains leadership. If they want to move you and say, go get that belt instead of chasing this belt, that's the plan. And you really should think about it from the role play standpoint of working for the captain and not kind of get your nose bent out of shape about it. Everybody who really leans into it will, you know, benefit, and winning's just it's a good time. So
I mean, and to be fair, it's not like you're abandoning your tag team partner. I mean, just because we're doing Sponsor Wars and we're doing other things, like for instance, Storm and Techno, we're still going to be Blitzkrieg when it's all over. Hopefully,
I don't know if that's the case. I'm
don't
not
think so.
convinced.
No.
I see you trying to sell that, Storm, but I don't know. I see Rick on here talking some smack.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
Speaking of it, Rick just said, how does Alan feel about being yet another version of Blitzkrieg?
Right.
Well, I would like to hear Alan's answer, because Alan remembers the name of the tag team he and Storm were in, right?
Alan might. I don't know if I do. Was it Victory?
That would be it.
Yeah. I think Val would like to know if we could set up Naked Man and Samite to be a tag team. I don't think so. I think we all like that Naked Man is playing, so that sounds like a bad idea. There's a chance Val's going to get hit with a toaster, and he won't be the only one, Tony. Hey, there's such a great turnout, and I love that there's, you know, a good chat going on this. But I do want to wrap it up. We're not going to kind of drag it out. It's a bit of a shorter podcast, but we really want to get everybody ready. Sponsor Wars really starts tomorrow, and so what you need to know is, starting tomorrow, your posts count, and you get scored. If you want to know what the points are, a whole bunch of the points that we're going to give out are outlined on the Sponsor Wars part of the FedEx website. Lars and I reserve the right to give out extra points outside of that for due merit. And tonight, before I wrap up, I'm going to get this thing started with a kickoff. I'm going to award 300 points to the team that best represented their sponsor during the draft. So Team 7-Eleven,
Wow.
you get 300 Sponsor War points to start.
Sorry, Grayson. I had no need for any condoms.
That's because Team 7
Could have worn them on your fingers, Tim. You could have done a little puppet show.
Then I'd be taking kids' gimmicks. So
I would like to take this moment to thank 7-Eleven for all this awesome swag they sent me so we could get those 300 points. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. I will, when I saw Jay-Z just saying, hey, we're going to need to get results quickly. So as soon as we're done here, I will unlock the results so that those of you who've already simmed can see it and get moving on it. Jay-Z kid says, shit, get the Pop-Tarts. So
One last quick reminder before we wrap up too, please, again, if you want to be part of the CWA card to earn points for your team, sign up on the OOC board so we can get you booked by noon tomorrow, please.
Absolutely.
Cool.
All right. Hey guys, thanks for doing this. We will, as we go forward each week, we'll give some updates on the podcasts and we'll have a chance to kind of dig in and talk about it. I also want to take a quick second to let everybody know we've talked about it for a little while, and we've seen at different points in the last couple of months just some like, hey, what about it, you know, do I not understand the rules? It seems like longtime players know something that I don't know. So Tim and I on the next podcast are going to talk about not the rules so much as like how we really think you should play. We want to make sure we're leveling the playing field. And so we've got a bunch of new people coming back in. I think it's a great time for us to do this, to make sure that they kind of get what the look and the go is. We're going to bring our own list of what we think are the best practices, the best plays. So tune in for that. I think it's going to be a good one. We'll answer questions as they go through the live stream, and really just break down, you know, what we hope will dispel any of these, like, oh, they have secrets they don't tell us. Like, that's not the case. There are maybe things you don't know, but it's not a secret and nobody's keeping it from you. And so we want to use the next podcast to just talk through all of that and see if we can help get everybody on the same page, especially those new players who are showing up, either haven't played with us before or haven't played in ages and are just trying to dip their toe back in the water. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll do that one. Hey, thanks guys for doing this.
Yep.
Great teams. Going to be excited tomorrow morning. I mean, I'm helping my daughter move in the morning, but at some point tomorrow, I'll show up on the board. For which team, I don't know yet. I mean, I know the first post I'm going to do, and it involves me and a toaster and Tony. All right, guys, have a great night. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.